welcome to the CM2 podcast. I will be your host, Raheem, and I'm here with
Nasim.
Angelina.
And today we'll be talking about different perspectives on friendships.
How do you guys feel about, let's say, a friend not being cool with somebody else you know? Like, are you gonna not like them because your friend don't like them? Or are you gonna, this has nothing to do with it?
To be honest, I personally just go by my values. I understand that my friend is mad at another person, but if I'm also friends with that other person, I feel like, I still need to talk through them. Like, they need to have a conversation together. And if they can't work it out, then that's fine. But that doesn't stop me from being their friend.
I personally feel like it depends on what the situation is like, because who's to say that friend won't do the same thing to me? But if it's like something that's not serious, no, I'm not gonna pick no sides. Both of y'all is gonna be my friend regardless. How do you feel?
Why you do it like that? Me personally, I feel like, I feel like I keep a lot of people around me. So I can't necessarily if they don't get along, I can't necessarily have them have a conversation, because I feel like as my friend, if you have a situation with somebody, I don't even have to be friends with this person. If you know it could escalate to a point where something can happen and you add me to that beef, if you add me to that beef, I feel like you don't care about me enough as a friend. You more worried about what I'm willing, or how much I'm willing to help you. You're not worried about my repercussions or how this is gonna affect me. Do you believe in keeping a lot of people around you, or like keep it small?
It gotta be small. As much as I want it to have a big circle, nowadays, you cannot trust that many people. I prefer small.
I agree with him. I prefer small because if you let too much people around you, then they just start to use you and stuff. I feel like your circle always gotta stay small because you don't know what people are capable of doing.
So I'm the odd one out here. Like I said before, I keep a lot of people with me. But I feel like I keep a lot of people with me, but I'll say only a select few are really close to me. Like only a couple people could really say I know him. Like this is my friend. Like it's my man. It's my money. And not a lot of people could say that about me. People just say, oh, I know him. He's cool. I'm not necessary. I wouldn't say I'm popular. I'm just well known. So me just being charismatic and energetic, I'm not afraid to talk to people. I've never been scared to talk. Never, ever. My whole life. I don't shut up. A lot of people tell me that. So it's like people see me talk to people and they feel like, oh, this is really my friend. So I would say I feel like people think I'm closer to them than I actually feel like I'm close to them.
Yeah. I'm more introverted, so I cannot do what you do.
Right.
I like to keep to myself a lot. That's why I always pick the select few of people that I have, because I feel like they actually know me for me and actually rock with me. Yeah. That's how I feel.
True. But I would say I'm an introvert, extrovert. That's
ambivert?
I don't like going outside, to places. I don't like parties. I don't like big events. Either. I've been to a couple parties. I've been to a couple parties. I didn't enjoy them though. I did not enjoy them. I'd rather stay at home or call up a couple of my friends. We go hang out.
So you're an ambivert. It's kind of like a mix of both.
Yes, but I can be an introvert or extrovert.
Okay, that's not bad.
Is your child ready for an extraordinary summer? The CM2 Youth Summer Camp is back. Running from July 6th to August 14th, we're hosting kids ages 7 to 12 for 6 weeks of pure fun. Register now. Every day is a new adventure. Don't wait. Secure their spot today at communitymatters2.org. Now, back to the show.
So how do y'all feel about, do y'all feel like it's harder, making close friends or friends at all as you get older? Or do you think it's as long as you know how to make a friend, you can make a friend?
I'm not gonna lie. As I've gotten older, I feel like it's gotten pretty easier somehow. I think it's because most of my friends, they're more mature than I am. So I feel like on that level, it's pretty easier to make more friends. Yeah.
I feel like it's easy too because like people nowadays they just friend up everybody. They don't care as long as you're doing something they like. They want to be friends.
Me personally, I feel like as you're younger, it's easier to make friends. But as you get older, it's easier to make friends that will last longer. Because I feel like as a kid, like, or like even middle school, you know, you might be in class, I could borrow a pencil. Now that's your friend.
Right.
But you don't really know this person. I feel like as you get older, people have been betrayed. People have been, you know, they know what a fake friend is.
Yeah.
So if you meet somebody, you could tell based off signs or things they do, this is not a real friend.
Right.
So I feel like as you're older, you could tell more signs like this is a real friend. This is somebody that I'm gonna have in my life for a long time. Not just, oh, I said what's up to him, so it's my friend.
Yeah, I feel you.
Let's say, right, you and your friend get into an argument. It gets into a real tense argument. Like, because I had a situation with one of my closest friends Thursday, and it was tense, but it wasn't to the point where we were gonna fight.
But it was like,
But it was tense. You know, we disagreed. You know, like humans do, and we got loud. You know, y'all probably heard it. We got loud. You know, you knew we weren't gonna fight. So like, how do y'all feel about it? Like, well, not about my situation, but like
in general.
yeah, like you get into a tense argument with your friends. How would you go about that?
Now I gotta actually think about a scenario. Like, I feel like I would have to, like, it's either he steps away or I walk away so that we could cool down and take a, little refresher. But typically, I'm not the one to get angry first. I usually like to, stay calm and keep everything controlled. But if they start getting, more and more loud, and sometimes they do be getting disrespectful. So sometimes I had to, snap back at them, and I don't really like doing that. So usually I would just try to walk away.
I feel like it depends on the person and it depends on the situation because say it's one of my closest friends, if you're doing something weird and you're trying to argue with me over the littlest thing, you're just gonna have to stay away from me. But if we're not that close, then it's different because what are you trying to argue for? You're just trying to be petty. You're just trying to be funny. I don't know. You just gotta stay away from me with that. I don't like that weird stuff.
See, me, I'm gonna keep it real. Most times, I get into arguing with my friends. It's my fault. Keep it real. But the reason is I like making jokes. Okay, I like making jokes, and I also
and they don't take the jokes like a joke.
I'm very good at getting people upset.
You're good at rage baiting.
Exactly. I'll take the littlest thing. Let's say we all went to go get food, and Jelena bumped into you, and you drop a little bit of your food. It's not even a lot. I'm like, nah, bro, she didn't even pay for that. That's dare. But I feel like all my friends, if you're really, really my friend, you'll get aggravated sometimes. I understand that. Especially since, we're so close,
Yeah.
Everything. And everything is these are my brothers. I grew up with them. Every little thing ticks them off. So it's I know it'd be my fault. And I also like arguing. I like talking. I don't like arguing.
So you like...
I like the feeling of persuasion. If me and you have a total disagreement, we don't agree at all.
So you just like being right. You like being in the right.
No, I just wrong. Me, like I said, me and you we have two different complete views on it. And you don't think I'm right at all. I would think you're right. But I would just want to see if me being me, my words, can convince you that what you just said is wrong. And knowing you're right. It's not good. It's not good.
So manipulation.
It's not manipulation, it's persuasion.
Likes to debate.
Yes, I like to debate. But a lot of people don't like to debate. So when I go to debate, they feel like, oh, he's I don't know how to explain it. They get upset.
Were you on the debate club?
Was I on a debate club? No, never.
But you like
Will
to
you be
Okay.
I don't even think we have a debate club.
In the high school?
Yes.
We do. We do.
Oh, we do?
You look into that.
Bleep that out. Bleep that out.
Nah. To be honest, I feel like sometimes it just be different circumstances, different situations. Sometimes it could just be an off day for them. And then you try to come in, you being you, but it just It just.
But one thing I will say though, I'm not no bully. Okay, I won't. Hold on, because we're not gonna sit here and say I'm a bully. Okay, you think I'm a bully? You know what? We gonna save that for another day. But I'm not a bully. I will if I could read the room. I could read if somebody's in a bad mood. I could read if somebody's happy. If you're in a bad mood, I'm not gonna come over there joking you immediately. I'll warm the conversation. I might say what's up. Sometimes I'll leave you alone, depending on if I could read. Like if I could read it right. If I feel like you're at that point, if somebody speaks to you, you're gonna explode. I'll leave you alone. I might dap you up, say what's up. But I will ease in the conversation. I'll talk to you. You may not be responsive at first. But I'm a talkative person. Eventually, you're gonna be like, all right, he's not gonna leave. I'm gonna talk to him.
Yeah.
So then once I feel like you're still upset, but you're not against speaking to me, then I'll start throwing in a little joke.
Okay. Some people don't know how to do that.
I throw in. I feel like people feel like I'm a bully because the way I grew up, all the jokes was about each other, like making fun of each other. That's how I grew up.
Yeah.
All my older cousins, my older brother, they all just made fun of people. But I feel like I know if people could take a joke or not. If I know I can say something to you and you're gonna take it the wrong way, I'm gonna make jokes like about little stuff.
Yeah.
Or like if I know you could take a joke and I also I like putting on a show, entertainment.
Yeah, just like how you dropped your pocket.
I dropped my pocket.
Dang.
Yeah, you dropped your pocket.
I did drop my pocket, but if I know if it's dead, it's mad people, but nobody's energetic. Let's say it's us three and four of our friends, and nobody's talking. Everybody's on their phone, right?
I hate that.
And I know if I say something to Jelena, people gonna laugh, and she gonna say something to me, people gonna laugh, and now everybody's engaging.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll be like, yo, Jelena, how long it take you to do the edges? And then she gonna say something back.
Why do you always gotta say something about my edges though? Hello?
She was before the shoot. She was making fun of my dreads. We're not gonna do this. So
Point proven.
Exactly. See, point proven. And I have another question. How do y'all feel if you have a issue with somebody, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say you and your friend, you have a problem about something that they do, but if I go up to them about this, they're gonna take it the wrong way, personal. You could genuinely be I'm a sensitive person. I've been told that my whole life. I'm a sensitive bully is what I've been called. Right? I'm dead serious. Teachers, everybody has called me this. My mom, shout out my Dukes. But, so let's say me and you, let's say you feel like I'm too sensitive. Every time you try to make a joke with me, I start crying.
Yeah.
But I say a joke about you and everything's fine.
Yeah.
But if you come to me about this, I'm not gonna care, or I'm gonna be sensitive again.
Yeah.
How would you? That's just an example. But how would you approach? Would you leave him be, or would you try to talk with them?
I'll still just talk to them in general. I'm not really a jokative person. I don't even know if that's a word. Don't quote me on that. But every time I try to be serious about something, everyone thinks it's a joke. But every time I try joking around, everyone thinks that I'm serious, and I don't understand why. So sometimes I just don't be talking. But yeah, but if it was a friend like that, I would just talk to them normally. I won't try to make any funny business, make any funny jokes. I would just talk to them. And if they crack on me, then okay, yeah, get a good laugh.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I feel like I'm gonna still joke around with you, because if you feel like you could joke with me, then I'm gonna joke with you. And I do have a friend like that. Right now, I do have a friend like that. She thinks she could just joke around with everybody, But as soon as somebody say something about her, she's either they're crying or she's telling her mom or she just don't want to be friends. Like, you can't joke around with somebody and expect us not to say nothing back. That's just crazy.
I feel like that's just like a maturity level on their part. Like, if you have enough courage to make jokes about everyone else, but then can't take a joke yourself, then
Like, why try to joke?
I feel like you just shouldn't say anything.
Right. Because I could joke. Oh, I clap back. So.
No. Kind of hurt my feelings earlier.
It seems like we are approaching the end of our podcast. But thank all y'all for watching and listening in. And yeah, make sure you check out all of CM2 socials. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Bye.